Well, guys, we need to talk about The View. Whoopi Goldberg and her cackling hens over there. Guys, I gotta say this. If you resemble any type of patriotism, it seems like The View definitely does have a problem with that. You know, being pro-American is a bad thing to these left-wing idiots. Now, guys, I am a patriot. I grew up when I was in school. We actually said the Pledge of Allegiance. There was actually prayer in school. When I served in the military, we had to salute the flag every morning. Now, to these crazy people on The View, there is a problem with that. Especially, you know, if you're on the right and you actually want patriotism to actually come back. Now, one thing about politics, it can be divisive. You have the left side of the aisle, you have the right side of the aisle. But when it comes to things, you know, like the Star Spangled Banner, the Constitution, freedom, those things shouldn't even be political. Everybody should be united on that. But we have seen the left really go all in on Marxism, socialism, and wanting to be very, very divisive. They want revolutionaries out there. They want activism. So if you actually show patriotism, they have a problem with that. And now, The View, yeah, they got a major problem with showing some respect to the country. We're supposed to be the freest country on the face of the earth. That's why you have so many people that want to come to this country, even illegally, because we have the best country on the planet. Well, according to The View, if you want to show some patriotism, if you want to say that Pledge of Allegiance, they get triggered. Here we go on the Daily Wire. The View hosts lose it over a Pledge of Allegiance. It doesn't apply to a lot of our citizens. That's because Matt Gaetz actually put a proposal that they would actually say the Pledge of Allegiance every morning. And The View lost it on that. They have a problem with that. If you are an American citizen, whether you're on the left or the right, you should not have a problem with the Pledge of Allegiance. But anything that's considered to be American patriotism, it has to be divisive, it has to be racial to these people. They are out of their mind. It says here, Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny Holston lashed out at Congressman Matt Gaetz on Thursday for calling on the House Judiciary Committee to make the Pledge of Allegiance a part of its proceedings. During the latest broadcast of the ABC midday talk show The View, Goldberg argued that it would be, quote, more problematic to address issues than police violence, and Holston claimed that the pledge itself did not apply to a lot of his citizens. The thing is, the Pledge of Allegiance is for all citizens. But they want to be left-wing nut jobs and want to be divisive and just confuse people and be divisive. Whoopi Goldberg, man, she's already been in a lot of hot water for what she said about the Holocaust. But what she says here is really, you know, kind of anti-American. She's trying to be divisive. The Pledge of Allegiance should actually unify us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And something is also telling me, folks, that you probably got kids in school that don't even know the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm willing to bet that because they don't say it anymore in school. We said it every morning when I was in school in the 1980s. But let's go ahead and dive into some clips here. This is Whoopi Goldberg right here.
Oh, I don't know. You know, and this is the Judiciary Committee, right? So wouldn't it be better show of patriotism to be working on issues like police violence, mass shootings, prison reforms? People, I don't know what it's going to take for them to recognize that people don't, we're not fooling around. The people in the United States are not fooling around. You wasted everybody's time suggesting your people do what they already do. What is this waste of time?
Well, you know.
So it's a waste of time to actually do the Pledge of Allegiance. Now, I said it before, guys. When it comes to political issues, there's going to be division. But the Pledge of Allegiance should actually unify us, just like the Star Spangled Banner. But you got these left-wing activists out there. They don't like either. They despise it. Now they go into Fox News right here, too. Whoopi then lashes out at Fox News. She claims they don't do the work because they report on the View's nonsense. They come at us for doing what we're supposed to do, which is to give you your opinion, our opinion. She whined defending her anti-American stances. Let's see this.
So everybody is clear because Fox loves to come after us every day. Yeah. They don't do their work. They come at us for doing what we're supposed to do, which was give you our opinion. That's the beautiful thing about America. In America, we can still each give our opinion. Yeah.
Well, tell that to Newsmats. They have been censored by DirecTV. Have you guys addressed that?
And you don't have to like it. It's just somebody's opinion. But I find that the people who are always saying, well, they're we're not anti-America. The beauty of America is you can say, hey, this is what's wrong with America, and we can fix it. That's what they're supposed to be doing instead of asking people to do what they already do every day, which is say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay. So if you're not anti-American, then why are you triggered by Matt Gaetz proposing, hey, why don't we just come together and say the Pledge of Allegiance? We can all get on board with that, right? I mean, we're all Americans, right? But I'm pretty sure, like an Ilhan Omar AOC, they would be pretty triggered by that. I have never heard one single patriotic thing from AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, the squad, the Marxists, the socialists, the leftists. They're not pro-American. They are anti-American. The View, they spew left-wing propaganda also, and they seem to be very, very anti-American. I mean, this should be a non-story, folks. I mean, it should be really, really easy for everybody to get on board with saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Now, Sunny Holston bashes American exceptionalism. Yeah. I mean, this is definitely an anti-American statement here, if you ask me. But let's roll this.
Well, I was going to just say, we know he's a hypocrite, and a lot of those folks that have been newly appointed to that committee are hypocrites. The problem that I have is with this narrative of American exceptionalism that we've been taught since we were kids. I mean, I said the Pledge of Allegiance, all through my life in school. And then when I got into college, I took an African-American history course. And I started realizing that the actual Pledge of Allegiance doesn't apply to a lot of our citizens.
Well, they weren't including us.
Yeah, it hasn't met the dream of being exceptional. It hasn't met this country, hasn't met this dream of being this beacon on a hill. And so I think the Supreme Court has already ruled you can't force anyone to take the pledge. But I think until we really meet the promise of what this country could truly be, then we shouldn't be touting us out as exceptionalists.
Yeah, of course, bash the country. No country is actually going to be perfect. But this isn't the 1950s and 60s anymore. Right now, the United States is the greatest country on the planet. At least it's supposed to be. Our leadership is pretty bad right now. You guys know what I mean. Beijing Biden, by the way. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of the View? Just going after the Pledge of Allegiance. They have a problem with that. Why should you actually have a problem with saying the pledge? This isn't the Jim Crow South when their beloved Democrats were out there pushing segregation. We don't live in those times anymore. America has grown. We've actually changed our ways, but, the far left of the Democrats, they're actually trying to bring back Jim Crow. They want segregation. The schools, a bunch of activists out there, left-wing activists. But That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, The View. This is sad, man. Being anti-American, but I'm not surprised. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.